Okay, we got it.
You got audio down?
That was it.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want a vocal check real quick from the last vocal?
Check.
I'm going to get up here if you guys are good.
Yep, we're ready to roll. We're ready to roll when you guys are.
Should I be up here yet?
We're ready to go live when you are, Chad. You are listening to KCOSdigitalmedia.com. Tonight we're broadcasting to you from the beautiful open-minded Gold Room, downtown Colorado Springs, Colorado, and it's time for The Beat Goes On.
How is everybody doing tonight? Want to thank everyone for coming. I'm Mark, the middle of which should be bookends of the two lovely co-hosts, my street corner gypsy, Lisa Carnes, and my castle raven, Mistress Laura Lear. And we do this every week. We have a calendar on our Facebook page. If you go to that, hit the like button, you'll be able to see everything that we do. Not only are we a 24-hour internet radio station, but we do this every week. We are so happy and proud to be here at the beautiful Gold Room in our third year. And I am just thrilled to tears, actually, to have such a conglomerate of respected musicians from this town.
We have some
all together on the stage.
Right.
All stars. And yeah, you know, I've known Dale for a little bit. I've known Bryant for a lot longer, but these two ladies have actually known Dale for a lot longer, actually studied with him, and probably know a lot more than I do because, you know, like I say, time. This is about a show of a career of Doug Zinn, right? Isn't that why everybody's here?
And friends.
Yeah.
Hey, Doug.
So,
how you doing?
Everybody, please make yourself at home. Nicole behind the bar will take great care of you. If you're hungry, Springs Orleans will deliver to your table. And we've got a great show ahead of us. I've got the set list. We got a little bit of preparation, but I told Doug, I said, if you're a storyteller, all the better, because you know, you get it straight from Doug instead of paraphrasing from notes.
And I do know that Mr. Doug Zinn is a storyteller, and he has a million stories to tell, and they're all really good.
Yes, I hope you can stay up tonight.
We'll be here longer than 2 hours, folks. No.
Actually, tonight's an exciting night.
Truly.
I haven't got to see Dale in such a long time. And, you know, we've been friends for a while, and he was truly a patient man with me in the beginning of me trying to explore the bass. And I will always appreciate you for that, always. So many things that you wrote down and tried to tell me ring so true for me all the time now. At the time, I was like, I'm not sure. But now it really does ring true, and I thank you for all that you did for me.
Thank you, Lisa.
So much.
As I do too.
Thanks, Lord.
You bet. Can't live this life without either one of you two boys up on that stage. It's good to see you guys together playing.
Thanks for having us.
Woo!
And I'm going to interject one more time, because what we always do, and it's good to see everybody here, children and everything, but if you know anyone that should be here that can't get out, has family, lives out of town, out of state, out of the country, if you want to text them, KCOSdigitalmedia.com, the YouTube team will be right on that page, and they can click and watch. We're doing Facebook Live, and on the event page is also the link. And on the Facebook Live, you can even leave comments and tell us what you're thinking, where you're from, the whole works. This is a participatory event, so don't be shy, because we're not.
You know, I'm very excited to have these fellas here. I'm assuming that we'll be doing a duet right out the gate, and I'd rather hear you guys than us right now. So why don't we do that? Let's listen to some music.
Well, I think we'll play a song, and then I'll tell you a little bit about how I met Dale, and in this long list of musicians that are going to perform tonight, I have a history with all of them, so I want to share that with you tonight.
Fabulous.
This is a song by, it was actually written by Orleans and popularized by Chet Atkins. It's called Sails.
Thank you.
Well, I need to. The reason Dale's up here is because he's the first of these musicians that I got to know, and I met him when he was a freshman at Butler University at Indianapolis, Indiana. And I guess you could say I was traveling through. We won't get into that story, but he was studying music at Butler University, and we had a mutual friend that introduced us. And I went up to his dorm room, and the very first song we had to, of course, you're in competition at that point. It's like, you play something, okay, you play something, okay. And so he probably played recuerdos, I don't know, but I'm sure you played something along those lines. And I played classical gas. And we decided, this is cool. You know, we could probably, I think we can play together. And a couple weeks later, we went out and to a local pizza joint and played our first gig together, right?
It was at the school there, and I said, this is the first time I'm ever going to play out anywhere.
Oh,
And we were
that's
playing
so
for
cool.
pizza, really, and I knew he had been paid to play before, so I thought, I'm sticking with him.
Nice. That was a good
That's
choice.
right.
Good
and
choice.
I can't get rid of him to this day. But
We still don't get paid
so
that much.
I digress.
Yeah, you love him, you know it.
So I
It's your
moved
buddy.
back to New Mexico, and I enrolled in the music department at University of New Mexico because I decided I really wanted to learn how to play guitar, or learn to play guitar better. And there was a master guitarist there named Hector Garcia, and as soon as I got into the program, I got in touch with Dale, and I said, Dale, whatever you're doing, you got to transfer out here because this guy is fabulous, and we can really benefit from his expertise. And sure enough, Dale transferred.
Woo-hoo.
Yay!
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was a good thing, a fateful thing, because we wound up. Well, I was a bad influence on you, though.
He was a
wasn't I?
bad influence.
I just remember that.
He cut classes all the time, and
Yeah, just like halfway through music history, I said, "I'm out of here."
a few seconds
And,
later, I went, wait for
And
me.
Dale would just follow me right out. It's like
Oh, no.
we'd go over to Frontier Burger and have a couple double cheeseburgers
Two.
and a malt, and
You can really,
you had to take the class twice, didn't you?
yes, I did, thanks to you.
Because of me. Well,
You are a horrible
I know, I
influence.
I have to take responsibility.
I introduced Dale to a lot of things. So, anyways, so Dale and I, and I'm probably getting ahead of myself, but Dale and I got to know Mary, who's going to come up and play with us tonight, and we formed a band called Juniper. And one of the highlights for me tonight is we're going to play a Juniper song that's from 1979 for you, but that's coming up. The next song we're going to play is something off my CD called Classical Gas.
I love classical gas.
When I told Dale I was going to play Classical Gas, he said, let me rewrite it for you. I was like, okay, because that's what Dale does. He's not, I still play it like I did when I played back in Butler, and Dale said, I'm going to rewrite the whole thing. And so he wrote his own original arrangement of Classical Gas, and we recorded that on my CD. And then when I told him about this gig, he said, you know, let me rewrite a couple parts for you. It's like, I was like,
funny.
Dale, Dale, this is crazy, but go for it. And so we're playing the newest version of Classical Gas.
We hope.
Woo-hoo.
I hate to think if we had a gig next week, what would be happening?
He is quite the writer. That's for
Yes,
sure.
and he's a genius. So,
Yes, he is.
Truly, truly.
Yes, he is.
so we're
Yes.
playing Dale's arrangement of classical gas, and I'm holding my breath that we can get through it.
You guys will jam.
And I'm hoping we'll get pizza afterwards.
Yes.
That's all I care about.
That's who we got the first time.
Thank you.
Absolutely stunning.
Isn't that a great arrangement?
I liked
That
it.
is an incredible arrangement.
Yeah, I liked it very much.
It was very
that was
beautiful.
wonderful. That was really fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, as I mentioned, we were in music school together, and we had met Mary and decided, not sure how the three of us got together to play music, but the first time we played music together, we realized that we had a chemistry together. Our vocals blended in a way that, very unique way. And of course, these guys are master musicians, so they're always tinkering with arrangements, and all I had to do was sing the chords and sing "Baby, Baby." Sometimes I played the chords, but so we got together as a group, and we decided that if I ever graduated from college, we would go out on the road together, and it took me a while to get through, but I finally made it. I'm glad to report, and we decided to go out on the road together as a original folk group. And of course, we realized that that wasn't going to cut it in Texas, but that's how we started out. And Mary's brother Tim joined us to play bass, and we traveled in New Mexico and Colorado. We'd come up here and play the ski basins, and we played here at Thunder and Buttons and the Hungry Farmer, and we'd go up to the ski resorts, and then we'd go back down to New Mexico, and then we were playing a circuit in Texas called Chelsea Street, which really took us in another direction because we had to be up-tempo. I actually had a manager calling me because you had to take breaks on very specific time breaks. And the manager I get long distance calls from Austin, Texas going, hey, that last set was a little slow. And I was like, how do you know that? But
we did actually play one time behind a screen because they would throw bottles.
Well, that was in New Mexico,
remember that?
wasn't it?
No,
Yeah,
it was
Grants,
in
wasn't it?
Texas.
Oh, in Texas?
Yeah.
So
And,
it was kind of a
you
rough-
forgot to mention I was the upperclassman when they met me.
That's true.
She
That's
was.
true.
Yes.
Mary has her master's degree in guitar performance.
It was wonderful.
Is a wonderful guitar player,
Thank you.
along with being a great singer. So, hey, that's a good combo. So we're going to play a song that Dale and I wrote, and I wrote the lyrics to this song on the Coombras Toltec Railroad. We were taking a trip one time with Mary's grandparents, and I wrote has anybody taken the Coombras Toltec? You go through a town called Oziertown, and Oziertown, I believe it's where they draw water for the locomotive. But
It was
What?
a stop.
It was a
on
stop.
the top of the mountain.
It was a stop on the top of the
And
mountain.
there were beautiful flowers everywhere, and we had to
Right.
stop and do something. I guess it was water or refuel.
Yeah, they were-
But I
They were putting the
guess
train back on the tracks, I think.
Yeah, and you-
That's what they're doing. But
wrote some
anyways,
beautiful
we were there
lyrics.
for a long time. I had enough time to write a song. And I wrote this song, and when I got back to Albuquerque, I gave the lyrics to Dale. And I said, see what you can do with this, Dale. And of course, Dale did his thing with this. And we were fortunate that we were able to record this song along with, we did an extended play record.
They still had records back then.
Right.
You know,
And,
vinyls.
Yes. So if you have a phonograph, you can play it, and I can make sure you get a copy. But
Vinyl
otherwise,
is coming back, you guys.
I know.
It's true.
I know, and I'm excited about it.
I just got a new Victrola. I'm so
I
happy.
actually got a little record player for Christmas.
Yay.
So
Those are
We'll be
vinyl's coming
jamming.
back.
whole different sound.
So
Yes.
we're doing a slightly abridged version of this song because we couldn't get everything in. So we're trying to recreate it as best we can, but we're doing the vocals for you because I thought you'd appreciate. Well, Juniper is a very important part of my life, so I'm
And
glad
so
we
are
could do
the
it.
people we met here years
Yeah.
ago, by the way. People, Juniper fans.
Yes.
They're actually here tonight,
Yes.
some of you. It's amazing. How many years later? I mean, you guys are awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming.
Yes, thanks very much.
Okay.
Ready?
Watching the sunset behind the mountain, clouded rainbow colors in the night wind. First stars are in the sky, remembering misty-eyed all the times of my life. Riding a steam train through the mountains, rolling hills, through the wild thousand stars, full of moonshine, city lights are lighting up the skyline, a distant beacon warning. The night sleeps this early morning, slipping away on a dream lullaby. Riding a steam train through the mountains, rolling hills, through the wildflower fountains, and the river is winding down. Below us in Hoosier Town, my eyes are filled with smoky rain. We're living the city life, a concrete paradise, streets filled with strangers' faces, all looking through different eyes. The mountains are in outline against the skyline, swirling blue ocean. It's in my mind. Riding a steam train through the mountains, rolling hills, through the wildflower fountains, and the river is winding down. Below us in Hoosier Town, my eyes are filled with smoky rain.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Stunning. I love your voices together. I only imagine how cool you guys sound with all of the songs that Juniper has done. You have a gorgeous voice.
Thank you,
Mary.
Yeah. Thank you. You guys
Just love it.
really sing well together. Really well.
Thank you. We
You
appreciate
have
that.
full embodiment up there of very knowledgeable, astute, learned musicians, and it's impressive. It's very impressive.
It really is.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Well, I'm so fortunate to have met the people I've met in this journey, this musical journey of mine. And so I'm so thrilled that I was able to make a CD that looked back in time and reflected on music that I've played over the last 45 years. And the best news to me is that we're all still friends and all still together.
Which
That
is
is-
amazing.
That is what it's all about, too. When you can get to that point and everyone is still there for each other and you guys can play together. And it's really something special when
It is.
that
It
friendship
truly is.
sticks around for the fever that we all have.
Yes. Yes. Music can become, I don't know, when you all have it together and it's something that's so right and you stay together, it's amazing because there are so many musicians out there that they don't stay together.
They do not.
So it's amazing, you know, when people do.
Well, another great thing for me is to see the growth. For example, Dale has grown into a master guitar player since I met him in '73, and I've been able to see that year in, year out, and his growth, and now he's the grand poop of classical guitar in Colorado Springs.
Yes,
That
he
he
is.
is.
Yes, he is.
How we love you, Mr. Dale.
Yes, very much.
You know, and I traveled in my journey to find the answers, and it took me 25 years, but without Dale,
Right.
I would not be
I agree.
in the place that I am at, and I know that I can speak for many who feel the
Yes.
same way.
Yes, and
He's
I would
Yeah.
have to say that I love a certain book.
I
I
do.
It's called Cordially Yours.
And that it is.
It's the first and really truly only book that I've been able to successfully, I mean, I really relate to that book. I've read many, many books, but my all-time favorite is Cordially Yours.
And the fact that Mr. Dale wrote it
Yes.
and taught us through every chapter
yes.
was just,
It was
I
great.
mean, something that you can keep with you forever.
Yes.
And
yes.
it just keeps on, it's the gift that keeps on giving, Mr. Dale.
Yes, it is.
Because we keep searching right back to those pages whenever
Right.
we're unsure, so.
Yes.
Yes. And I also want to mention a few things about Mary. Mary and I were married for 8 years, and we had 2 beautiful daughters together who live here in the city and have their own kids now. And
And they're sick tonight, so they couldn't be
so
here.
they couldn't come out tonight. But I'm sure they'd be running around right here.
Oh, most
And that's just my 2 daughters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the kids would be upstairs.
They're in their 30s,
breaking
yeah.
things up.
Running around up there.
Yeah. But Mary is also accomplished in her own right, and she teaches guitar at Pikes Peak Community College, and she also teaches Spanish
Yeah, I do.
at Classical Academy.
Yeah, the College Pathways campus. I actually am the Spanish department there. I teach 1, 2, and 3, and I love it. And
So
teach privately too. So,
Well,
and
that's
you
great.
play. He plays all over town. So we all have still kept
does.
up music, which is
Yeah.
vital, I think, to as a musician. Something you have to keep doing, even if it's in your bedroom. at
I'm
night,
still
right?
completing my community service at the courthouse, and a lot of people know that.
So
He does work at the courthouse.
so even no matter how old we do get, right?
Right.
No matter what, our passion will still
Oh,
carry
yeah.
us to keep on.
It probably
Playing.
gets stronger, if anything. Right?
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah. You value it more. You realize it more.
Absolutely.
We don't drink as much tequila anymore, so I could remember a lot more stuff now, man. It's like, cool. I can remember all 3 chords. Wow.
Well,
I knew that before.
this next song is actually something I've wanted to sing for a while, and I never have till about a week ago. So I have it here, and I just kind of want to play around with it. And I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a Bonnie Raitt tune. All right. Turn down the lights. Turn down the bed. Turn down these voices that are inside my head. Lay down with me don't patronize me. I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make my heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, these final hours, I will lay down my heart. I'll feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. I'll close my eyes, then I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning it'll come, and I'll do what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight, and I will give up this fight. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, these final hours, I will lay down my heart. I'll feel power, but you won't, baby. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. I'll close my eyes, then I can't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. And morning will come, I'll do what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight, and I will give up this fight. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, these final hours, I will lay down my heart. I'll feel power, but you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. Thank you. Sweet. Thank you so much.
Mr. Jones, calling Mr. Jones.
No, Brian. I mean, yeah. Okay, okay.
All right, so. Oh, we are. Okay. So we're going to play something that off of the CD now, and one of the things that one song that Mary and I have played for a very, very long time is a version of Summertime, and I thought it would be appropriate to put on the CD just because we've been playing it since I met her, and she does a wonderful jazz scat part in the middle. So we're going to give that a whirl, and I asked Brian to play the back half of this song when we come back in to add a little spice.
Got some beautiful guitars there.
Summertime in the dead of winter, right? Is it snowing? No. Okay. So it's okay.
Well, thank you.
He was playing another song. I don't know what. Hello. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. No. One of these mornings, you're gonna wake up singing. You're gonna spread your wings and take to the sky. But till that morning, there ain't nothing's gonna harm you. Don't worry, baby dolls.
Hush, hush, babies, don't you cry. Summertime and the living, it's so damn easy. Fish are jumping, 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 and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama, and your mama, and your mama is so good looking. Hush, baby, don't you cry. I said, hush, little baby, don't you cry. Said, hush, baby, don't you cry. Do, do, dwan, dwan, do. Baby, 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 don't you cry no more. Do, we.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've got to say, if if there was ever a way to make this big old guy cry like a baby, it's
Hush, don't cry.
play those two songs anytime, and I'm a sponge.
Oh my goodness, Mary.
So one more round for the talents of these people right now,
yes. Yes. And I love the scat. I have to tell you, I love it so much.
It is so stunning. And Mary, so we'll have to talk to you after and maybe come in and talk to you about some things about singing and playing and things like that. That would be awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
Yes. Woo!
Okay, so the journey continues, and I moved to Colorado Springs in 1982 and was playing the scene here. And I had the good fortune to meet someone named Luann Scarborough, who had actually been following Juniper when we came through Colorado. She used to come out and listen to us, but she was a singer here in the Springs, have lived in Manitou, and we decided to form a band together, and she introduced me to this genius piano player, Brian Jones.
Bryant, it's a huge pleasure to see you here with Doug and everyone. And on behalf of KCOS. And myself personally, I've been wanting to come and see you play for a really long time. So I'm so glad you're here this evening, and you're amazing.
And one funny story about Bryant is one of the early days, he had us over to his house, which was a school bus, and we got on the school bus, and there was just pianos lining both walls all the way down. He had his B2 organ, he had all his pianos lining. Then he had a little campfire in the middle. And so I thought, this is the life, Bryant. And he said, yeah. But as you know, anybody that knows Bryant Jones knows that he's the most respected piano player in town. And everybody knows Bryant Jones. So I am honored to be able to play music with him.
And we do have stories about Bryant. They're always amazing, though. I had to tell him we took him to the International Blues Challenge in Memphis in 2014 with the 11 Mile Band with the Vasquez son and father. And I had taken a picture of Bryant in some of the most, well, almost the same lighting conditions, blue and red, as we got going on here. And for some reason, Facebook says, this is one of your most liked pictures, period.
Nice.
And it was a great moment to have Bryant in Memphis playing.
That's great. So we are going to do a couple original songs for you, and the first one is when Luann and I had formed our group called Just Friends. We had the good fortune to record an album of original music, and we asked Bryant if he would play on the album, and part of that was we asked him to play one of his originals, and we're going to play that tonight. It's called Special Visit. Thank you.
That was so gentle to the soul. That was so beautiful and so soul touching. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, Bryant. Well, and Bryant, I need to tell you that Bryant has a brand new CD coming out, and he's just putting the finishing touches on it.
Where can we find Bryant's CD? Where can we find that?
Oh man, this is I love them to death, but sometimes I don't know. Maybe I keep too many secrets. But Bryant's current music is in rotation on KCOS.
Definitely, but where can I buy his CD?
Well, that's for him to speak up and say, because Doug also sent us some music too.
Well,
yay!
yes.
And I think Dale's got some music.
I'd love to
Dale has
that
music,
CD
and
too.
Kelly has music, and
well, I mean, really,
I think I
we
have Kelly's.
in rotation already some songs.
I'm selling my album. It's the Led Zeppelin album, and
I was
Iron
hoping you
Butterfly.
brought
I'm trying to
merch.
get rid of all my old albums, so if you want to.
Oh, okay. Just random sales, right?
But when I asked Brian, one of the funny things about tonight is I asked Brian, I said, hey, Brian, I'm so excited about your new CD because everybody loves his CD. Yeah. And I said, please, can you just come out and play something off the CD? And he said, I don't know anything off of the CD. And I said, well, what's the name of the CD? He said, it's Prom 2 or 3. And I said, which is it? So this is how we have conversations on the phone, and we don't talk very, very often, but when we do.
Well, this is...
So Brian, talk about your new CD.
Yeah.
So I got to tune up.
It'll be coming out as soon as it's done being through.
And do you have a date, possibly?
I don't have a specific date. It just the recording is all done.
Okay.
The mastering is done, but
Great.
See, Bryant talks with his fingers. He is one of the most mild-mannered, modest individuals I've ever met. And I thank you for it, because we live in a world of, extroverts and narcissists, and
Thanks for having me along tonight. I'm just really having a good time.
I'm gonna also bring you up.
Yes, and I love your
because
hat.
I hear that there's a date for a New Brain for Arnie performance, right?
That's right. It's going to be June 21st and June 22nd.
Very
a double
exciting.
shot of New Brain. So as I was explaining to Laura, if no one else knows about a New Brain for Arnie, they, Bryant, Michael Reese, Wayne Hammerstadt,
Wow.
Kim Stone, Dewey
Whoa.
Steele,
Wow.
they do
All stars.
this is a total improvisational performance, nothing planned.
That would be stunning
Well,
to listen to.
the New Brain for Arnie EP, it's in 4 parts, is in rotation. And on our YouTube channel, available through the webpage, there's a few of the New Brain for Arnie performances from years gone by. Yes, but...
So anything that Bryant has, then I just need to have my hands get onto it there, and
keep
the
listening to
CD
the
that you
station.
have. Yeah. Well, no, most definitely. But besides that, I kind of like to own a CD of you guys. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I sell mine in the set of 4 so you can use them as coasters. And
Sweet coasters.
a marketing idea I came up with.
That doesn't work for a six-pack,
Not working out
though.
very well, but I got to try.
It doesn't work for a six-pack, though, Doug.
We need a few more, Doug. Okay, my brother.
Nice talking to you.
It was such a pleasure to talk with you too.
Nice talking to you too.
I'm not sure I've got volume on my acoustic.
Oh, are you still tuning? I wanted to break
No,
in
we're good.
because
We're good.
we have a special occasion here tonight. That
Oh, yes,
I just
absolutely.
learned about. We have a birthday here
We
tonight.
do. Wonderful.
Someone is having a birthday, and what's the number on your Springs Orleans thing there? Didn't that just happen to be? Oh no, 33. Okay, so that's how old you are today, right?
There you go.
We want to thank
Yes.
you for coming and
Yes.
sharing
Your birthday.
your birthday with all of us.
Yes. Yesterday was my birthday, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo-hoo.
So we're gonna have to do a happy birthday somewhere, right? Not now though.
I don't think I have volume on my acoustic.
Calling Mr. Chad Martin from Hex Audio. We love you.
Hey, this would be a great time to give a quick shout out while they're going to fix this technical
Since it's
glitch.
halfway through the 2-hour performance,
There we
Sweet.
go. Okay, we got it.
Yay!
Thank
I just
you.
want to do a big shout out to this beautiful environment that we're all sitting in, the beautiful, famous Gold Room, open-minded Gold
Yes.
Room, and
It's wonderful.
just such a stunning place to
Yeah.
have a very intimate and close interview concert like this. And how we love our Gold Room, and we love you, Chad. You rock and roll, buddy. Best sound engineer I think I've ever heard. And Nicole, how we love you always, our beautiful Nicole. If you'll please tip your bartendress, she's the bomb diggity. She's the best. Love you, beautiful lady. And back to you.
Thank you. So this next song is off of the CD, and it's an original song of mine. And I want to tell you a little bit about it. My wife, Danelle, who's here tonight, and where's Danelle? Hello. We went up to 11 Mile Canyon years ago to camp. And I decided I was going to try to write a song that emulated the river. And so I sat on the riverbank and started trying to be the river as much as I could. And before I knew it, I really thought I was the river. It's, and then I came down. So it's that was the good part. Good news about that. Yeah. Fine. And we packed up our tent and went home. But
That was a good time.
I must be in a joking mood tonight.
I love it when you joke. You have the
Oh,
best
thank
jokes
you.
ever. You just come out with stuff, and I have to think, turn around and go, what did you just say?
But so I wrote this song, and it's actually when I was playing with Luann Scarborough and Just Friends, and I said, Luann, we've got to do something with this, and she wrote some beautiful lyrics to it, but we never got a chance to record it. So when I got a chance to do this CD, I said, I've got to at least preserve the music part. And I asked Bryant if he would play with me, and he said, sure. And so we're going to do a song called 11 Mile River. Thank you. Thank you. So Bryant's going to play a solo now and give me a chance to tune my guitar back up.
And we are working with your monitors and everything and trying to bring it out a little
Okay,
more
great.
for you.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Mr. Bryant Jones.
Bryant, that was absolutely stunning.
It was just beautiful. It's amazing.
Your original music is, it's the way you play is so effortless and so smooth and flamboyant at the same time. I mean, it sounds so, just so brilliant when your fingers cross over those keys.
It's just amazing. It is. It's
gorgeous.
It's just pure star quality that you've got going on there.
Well, I keep hearing my friends in Manitou saying, hey, Bryant's practicing right now. We can hear and we love it.
No way. Never. Never. He's got this stuff down for a lifetime. So, Bryant, I just have a quick question. So, you're available for other, let's say, maybe a band or two to come and jam with? What do you think? You're around. You're in Manitou. Great. We'll come and find you.
Definitely. Definitely.
right. Okay, so the journey continues. I've got to get my guitar tuned up here.
I believe we have a song, A Time for Us by Doug and Kelly, that's coming up.
Yes, yes.
Very
Now-
exciting.
And I've got to tell you about Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. How you doing?
While Doug is tuning, I'm going to take a moment to do, before Doug gives you all the dirt on us and our journey. One thing that we've done a lot of is sing happy birthday songs. Where did she go? Is she in the restroom? She's at the bar. Okay. So since we have a fresh birthday and just a slightly less fresh birthday, which still counts. There's like a 72. Well, I guess nowadays it's like a 7-day lifespan for birthdays when you go out. Right?
Why not?
Ooh, that long, huh?
They must have some sort of new chemicals that give them, they last longer. But you can go out and get credit on them for about a week, I think, now. I'm going to sing happy birthday to anybody who's just now having a birthday or is about to have a birthday or will have a birthday or had a birthday, whatever. So here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Kimberly and Lisa and Amber. Happy birthday to
That is the very best happy birthday song.
Happy birthday,
oh
Street Corner Gypsy, right?
Yes,
That's
yes,
your
ma'am.
nickname.
That's the most
To the gypsy in the room.
I wish it was my birthday.
I'm so glad I have that on recording.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah,
you
we're
for
gonna
that.
cut that out. Yeah. We're going to use that
Wow.
for everybody's birthday
Oh
from
my
now on.
gosh, that was exciting.
But we also do, we are all Colorado all the time, 24-hour internet radio station. But on Sunday, we make an exception, and because we love the blues, and I've always been involved with the Blues Foundation, the Colorado Blues Society, Pikes Peak Blues Community, etc. There's two very famous birthdays today as well in the blues community, and that is Miss Janova Magnus, who, if you don't know who Janova is, she's on the YouTube channel, and in fact, there's a clip on the Worldwide Blues Facebook page in celebratory remembrance of her birthday, as well as Samantha Fish, who is also one of the hottest contemporary blues players of this time.
And
But,
Eddie Van Halen, you guys.
See, Yep. How many people were born? Yeah.
Yes.
It's just amazing. But thank you that was just beautiful.
It was wow.
And thank you once again for sharing your day with us.
Wow. Your range is outstanding.
Yes. Kelly and I met in a very interesting way because I had a guitar studio up on North Academy, and one day a 12-year-old girl walked in, said she wanted to take guitar lessons, and her mom was with her. And she didn't practice. I can tell you that.
I never practiced. I regret it so much now.
So I would go home at night, but she would sing to me. She sang to me, but she came every week with a basic same lesson that she had never practiced. And I would go home after Kelly's lesson, and I told Danelle, I said, man, I have got this student that is terrible on the guitar, but you should hear her sing. And I probably said that every time we had a lesson, right? Yeah. Because she was with her sister, they were performing in musicals locally, and so they were quite versed in Broadway tunes, and she could sing up a storm. And that's how we spent a lot of our guitar lessons. Is I would just sit back and go, "Okay, what do you got to sing for me this week?"
Pretty much. I remember one time I came in, I played an entire song in a major chord, and it was actually written in a minor chord. I was so proud of myself because I had practiced that week. It was like the only week I can remember actually practicing, but I had practiced the song entirely wrong. And I played it for him, and I looked up at him eagerly, and the look of horror on his face. And he's like, "Why don't we just sing a song?" I went, "Okay."
You know, it's kind of like the person who tap dances at the violin recital. It's because they just didn't get the violin. But, and that was our dad, actually. But I lost track of Kel because I don't remember how long we took those lessons, but I think her mom...
Maybe a year at best.
Her mom got tired of paying for him.
Yep.
Obviously. I lost track of her, and in the meantime, she was off to New York and Nashville and trying to make it in the showbiz world. And Dale Miller had a workshop, a Julie Lee workshop, who, you don't know who Julie Lee is. She's written some famous songs, and she toured with Alison Krauss, and we were lucky to have her come out and do a workshop, and she's on the A-list in Nashville for writing songs. And so Kelly showed up for that, and we ran into each other, and she asked me if I would do a song, right, for her.
Yeah, you know, I recognized him because Doug never ages. Doug is ageless, and he looks the same all the time, but I had changed a lot between age 12 and age 20. And so here I am rushing him, and he had no idea who I was, and I went, "Doug!" And I gave him a huge hug, and he was going, "Who is this woman hugging me?"
It was 10 years later, right?
Yeah, it was 10 years later. I was 22. And once he sorted out who I was, then it kind of just fell into place from there.
Yes, and we started performing together. We performed together for 10 years and around town. And one of my favorite things that Kelly did, and you might know her as Vivian Gale, but I have to call her Kelly, is that she can sing in different languages. And I just love the fact that we could go out to gigs and Kel would be singing in Portuguese or Italian, and I like it. It was so romantic for me to hear that. And so I thought we would put together one of the songs we used to do, and this is a song called "Time for Us," and Kelly's going to sing it in Italian for you.
ci qui. Un giorno sai, per noi verrà l'almità di amarci qui senza limiti. Il fiorirà del sogno in noi negava. Si svela de morte, marce qua. Un giorno sai, per noi verrà la limità d'amore qui. A time for us, someday there'll be a time for us, for you and me. The world wax on, a rose will bloom, it then will fade, so does the youth, so does the fairest
Absolutely beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Oh.
So this was another, I was almost going to tell Ed, don't point the camera again because you're going to see me turn up.
Oh,
but I'm
my
watching
goodness.
Lisa and
Oh.
we're going, and then all of a sudden I switch into the Gomez Adams mode of, Karina. Oh my God.
Oh, that's one of my all-time favorite songs, I have to
It's
tell
just a
you.
beautiful song.
And I love opera. I truly love opera. And I love the different languages. And I love the way, I don't know, your voice has a way of just piercing into your soul. It's just beautiful.
Thank you
Just
very
beautiful.
much.
Yeah. That was outstanding.
Thank you. Those Italians, they just have a different word for everything, don't they? It's like, wow, I didn't recognize one word in that song. Okay, we're going to do a song off the CD, and this is a song that I was so glad that Kelly agreed to do this song with me, because there were a few songs back when we were performing a lot that I just really look forward to hearing her sing, and this is one of them.
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick, and I think of you, caught up in circles. Confusion is nothing new. Flashback warm nights, almost left behind. Suitcases of memories, time after. Sometimes you look at me and I'm walking too far ahead. You're calling to me, I cannot hear what you have said, but you say, go slow, I fall behind. The second hand unwinds, time after time. If you're lost and you look, then you will find me. Time after time,
after my picture fades and darkness has turned to gray, watching through windows, you're wondering if I'm okay. Secrets stolen from deep inside, the drum beats out of time, time after time. If you're lost and you look, then you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost and you look, then you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. Oh, time after time. Oh, time after time. Oh, time after time. Time after time.
Thank you.
I love your song choices. I have to tell you, I really do.
Actually, these are Doug's song choices.
Oh,
We
I
had
love your song choices.
Yeah, I remember when we sang together, because it was for a very long time, we had our little set list on a little laminated sheet, double-sided, in size 8 font, I think, to get everything in there. And people could call out and request songs. Killing Me Softly, I think we did way too much.
Right.
But that's because there was wine involved everywhere we went, and women would be like, "Oh, I love this song." But
We played for a lot of Jewish people. I love this song. Oh my God.
Oh, I love this.
Play this song.
But one thing that I have to say, because this is Doug's night, this is Doug's album that we're celebrating, is that Doug is it's such an honor to play with you, and to have him as a friend in life, and to laugh with him, and to share all of these moments with Doug. He's a truly talented person, and I wouldn't be where I am today without the time that I had, and it was such an extreme pleasure in my life. So thank you for the memories, and I think everybody feels the same way here that's here tonight.
Appreciate that. And I want to announce that Kelly and I are going to do a reunion gig at Mona's, because I'm in charge of booking Mona's now. So I said, well, hey, why don't we just go down there and play one Saturday night? And
So we'll tell you all about it.
We'll
You'll
let
have
you
to
know
come
about
see.
it.
I'll bring the laminated sheet, so bring your glasses and you can call. But don't request Killing Me Softly, please.
We played there I played there. I played at Mona Lisa's for 2 years, I think, before you started. And then Kelly and I played there for 10 years together every Friday night. And
Most Thursdays and Saturdays, too.
we were about 4 or 5 years, well after that, we happened to be celebrating a good friend of mine's birthday at Mona Lisa, ran into the owner, and he said, hey, how would you like to come back to Mona's? And I agreed initially, but then I called him up and I said, how about if I book Mona's, and every once in a while I'll just go down there and play for old time's sake. But one of the funny stories about Mona Lisa's that I've got to tell about Kelly, because she would show up in high heels on Friday nights to play, and she would dance.
I would
She was
tap
standing,
dance.
She was standing, she was dancing, she's a dancer. And
Yeah.
so what she didn't know she was doing was putting thousands of holes in the wooden floor at Mona
And it
Lisa's.
wasn't just any wooden floor. It was like a reclaimed wood down in the cellar, very expensive.
Yes. It's
One of a kind flooring.
probably on the historic preservation list or something. But the funny thing is that one night I was playing there and Jeff walked through, and it was the first time he ever saw all those holes. And he looked around, and it looked like he was looking at stars in reverse. there's the Big Dipper. And he was like, how did all these holes get here? And I just went, I know.
So if you go down into the wine cellar now, you can see the divots
Yes,
caused by
it's-
my many stilettos. They're still there.
Part
Sorry,
of the
Jeff.
artifacts now, the heirlooms. If they ever make it a museum, it'll be on the tour. So we're going to do an original song now that I think Kelly needs to tell you about.
Sure. May I borrow a guitar, please? All right. So I don't play guitar very well. That was established earlier. I have about 10 songs that I know, and I never practice still to this day. But when I lived in Tennessee, the cool thing about Tennessee is everybody is an accomplished musician, and everybody's broke, and everybody is a waitress or a bartender, at least back when I was there. And after our shifts, we would just ask whose turn it was, and whoever raised their hand, we would go to their house and drink PBR, and we would just play music and show each other. Everybody's a songwriter in Nashville. And so it was really wonderful because it was a very friendly environment rather than a hostile one. And everybody would go around and write and sing songs that they had written. And until that point in my life, I had never written any music because I was a Broadway singer. You know, there are people who do that, and then they just give you the music and you sing it. You know, it had never occurred to me to write music until I lived in Nashville. This song is actually not one of my songs. It's an original by an amazing woman. I hope she's listening tonight, Joy Lewis, who lives still in Nashville and is still an amazing songwriter. One of those people where a song would just kind of seemingly effortlessly fall out of her about once a week. And you just didn't know how it was possible that somebody could be that talented. And so certainly one of my idols, I still look up to her. I'm honored to sing the song tonight. We do have a recording of this song available, I think still on iTunes and Spotify, that Bob and Nikki Weisenecker funded and produced for us so that we could record it and have it forever. It's called Ashes Fallen. We didn't think I would notice all the poems you wrote in your poem book hidden underneath the bed frame, right below the mattress spring. All your dreams, all your screams, written down in blood-stained ink, and the pages curled so easily from all the tears they'd seen. You were always so beautiful to me. Ashes falling and I couldn't help myself. Ashes falling, breath in my mouth. Ashes falling and your face don't feel the same. Ashes falling, there's no one here. So glad you came. Do you wanna talk? Do you wanna stay? Oh, was it like this when you were young? Was it like this when you woke up today? Daddy's disgust ringing in your head, mama's denial from your lips instead, living in a box with a cage and lid, and you always said you'd find your own way out of this town, living all alone. You and your blanket and your rock and roll, blank piece of paper, white as snow, writing down words you didn't want to know. You were always so beautiful to me. Ashes falling now, couldn't help myself. Ashes falling, your breath in my mouth. Ashes falling, your face don't feel the same. Ashes falling, there's no one here. So glad you came. Do you wanna talk? Do you wanna stay? Oh, was it like this when you were young? Was it like this when you woke up today?
don't feel the same. Ashes falling, there's no one here. So glad you came. Do you wanna talk? Do you wanna stay? Oh, was it like this when you were young? Was it like this when you woke up today?
Thank you.
Wow. I love the words. The words were fantastic.
Aren't they? She's
Yes.
amazing. That's Joy Lewis, the Ashes Fallen.
I liked it very much.
Absolutely.
The words were outstanding. Your singing was great. I would just, when you get caught up and you listen to words and you really feel them and it means something to you, that was just a beautiful song.
Thank you. I've always had the goal of being a medium through which the song passes. So the best compliment that I can receive at the end of a gig or a performance is that they liked the song, not
Yes.
necessarily that they liked the singing, because it shouldn't be about that. It should be about how the song touches you.
You know what? I agree with that. And the singing is very complimentary to whatever touches your soul and makes your mind really go there.
Yeah.
And my mind really went there. That was beautiful. Thank you very
you.
much.
And what did she write the song for? What is the meaning, deep meaning behind it?
Well, I think, Joy, the beautiful thing about Joy's music is that it was open to interpretation, which made it so universal. It sort of felt whatever you were feeling at the moment. But I think that aching, what I feel, how I interpret the song is that aching when you know it's maybe not the right person, but at the same time, you're hoping that they won't pay any attention to that, at least for the moment. And that there's a history there, someone that you've known for a while, you've been through battles and you've been through ups and downs, and they're back again, and even though it's the same setting, it's an entirely different person.
Right, and the
so
words
are you.
that can come out of your mouth during
Yeah.
those times.
Yeah, because you're incredibly comfortable, and yet you're talking to sort of a stranger.
Right, that's what I got out of it, was the words that can come out of your mouth
Beautiful.
during those
Right.
times and
Yeah.
what they really mean.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
That was beautiful.
I thought it was cool.
Thank you.
Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you. You're wonderful. Outstanding.
Doug, you have an outstanding bunch of incredible musicians that you jam with.
Exactly.
Well, I am blessed to be around such talent. I can't believe it, to be honest with you. And I was hoping that the marching band would show up because we had, the times we had together, we used to form up into a mayonnaise jar, and we were going to do
You're
that
so
tonight,
funny.
But I don't know where they are.
So
I think
funny.
they're lost, or I don't know whether I should text them or what.
I think you should text them because they need to come in because they have 30 minutes left. We have 30
Well,
minutes
We
left.
actually have 15.
Oh, we have 15.
Yes.
We have
Great,
15.
great.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
so,
well, I can play. I've got to tell you, I meant to tell you at the beginning of the show, but I want to thank all my guest artists tonight for coming out. They are fabulous
yes,
Yes.
indeed.
people.
Outstanding.
Indeed.
People, and not only talented, but great people to be around. And thank you for helping me out with my CD. And if you're interested in one of my CDs, I'd be glad to. I brought some with me tonight. Glad
Fabulous.
to hook you up. But a few years ago, I developed a problem with my hands that I meant to talk about at the beginning of the show, but it's affected my ability to really perform because I can't trust my hand. And I just wanted to share that with you because I don't perform out that much anymore, but I decided to do more focused events where I can manage the set list, and wouldn't have to get into 2 or 3 hours worth of music.
And hopefully we'll keep going down that road. It's more fun for me anyway to do it this way. So, and, but I was going to say before I play classical gas, if my hand blows out, I'm sorry, but it didn't.
You know, I would have never even known, not even if your hand blew out on you, we still would never have known. You're an amazing player, an amazing songwriter, an amazing man, and an amazing friend.
So I'm going to play one more song for you, and then maybe we can get Dale to finish off the night. But he's been over there drinking, so I don't know whether he can finish or remember anything. But I'm going to play one more song, and then we'll see how much time we have left. Yeah. This is a song that's very special to me, and it's on the CD as well. But this song is about my wife, Danelle, and because we were both working at the courthouse when we met, and we started taking walks together during the lunch hour. And we didn't know each other very well, but I walked into a music store, Meeker Music, downtown, and took a guitar off the wall and played Cast Your Fate to the Wind to her. And it's become a symbol of our love for each other. And then as soon as I did the backflip for her, she got married to me. She wanted to get married right there. And this song also is a symbol of how I feel about life. And my music is, you're sort of casting your fate to the wind every time you play. And I like that feeling. It's a roller coaster feeling. All right, so here we go. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out tonight.
That was true love spoken in music notes. That was absolutely beautiful. Could hear in every piece of that the beautiful story that you have for her. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
So,
Well, now this
can we-
is the thing. This is Donnell, right?
this is Danelle.
So this is-
You're going to ask Danelle questions now?
Well, no, we just wanted to say this pretty lady showed up at the table and she's smiling because you're doing something really nice. And
Danelle has supported my music career from the very beginning, and I love her very much for that.
we love those that support us for our art, don't we? Thank you so much.
Especially letting me buy all those guitars. That was great. The funny thing about Danelle is she comes home and she goes, well, what happened to the last guitar? And I said, well, you wouldn't believe it when I walked in and played this guitar. I had to have this guitar.
Absolutely.
And then I had to trade the last guitar for this guitar.
That's true. It is
Yeah.
the way it kind of
And
goes.
she asked me the same questions about golf clubs. It's like, what happened to that last golf club you had? So I
Oh,
guess I
poor
have a
Danelle.
propensity for,
Yes, musicians.
but
Aw.
she's been wonderful. So I was hoping that we could maybe get Dale up to play one more song for us to cap the night off. And oh, okay.
Yeah,
Again,
he's sneaking up behind you.
Oh, great. Well, thank you, Dale. And again, thank you very much for coming out tonight. I really love all of you. Thank you.
We love you too,
We
Doug.
loved having
Thank
you.
you so much. This has been very a night with a lot of emotion in the music that is being played, and we all are feeling it. And you guys are just filling up the room with the beauty of your talent and your music. And I can't tell you how much we appreciate you for doing that, Doug and everyone.
Absolutely. This story. Yeah, so as soon as the show's over and Learjet, our technical expert, turns off YouTube, it will be archived for your continued viewing enjoyment and sharing around the world, doing whatever you'd like to do with it, because this was a great story of a great career and great friends.
Absolutely.
And this is, we pattern KCOS on that too. We are the family that was brought together.
We really were.
Yes.
Friends can come and go, but it's really nice when your friends can do some business and have some pleasure at the same time.
Oh, we're doing business? Speaking of business.
Sure doesn't feel like it.
We have our February calendar right here. If you haven't gotten a flyer, make sure that the Shadow Man comes out of the shadows and you don't leave without having one of our calendars, because we do this every week, 7 to 9 as always, but we're having a couple of blues bands this month, well, in February, and then we're having a couple of our newly discovered bands, because what we do with KCOS is we play predominantly unsigned artists that would not really have a chance to get heard on the radio any other way. And since we have to fill up a 24/7 format, when someone gives us a CD like Doug and Dale and anybody else, we put the whole thing in rotation so that every song gets heard.
Absolutely. We have some incredible Colorado artists. All of them are incredible.
We say
We
that
have quite a few.
the station is the best music you might never have heard.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Dale, how about a dazzling performance in the mode that we're so used to hearing you? Dale's done a couple of shows for us and are available on the YouTube channel too.
Mm-hmm.
So catch Dale's performances and all the rest that might pique your interest.
Well, Well, I wasn't expecting this tonight, but I want to take a moment to thank Doug. He's been my brother for so many years and so many miles, and everybody else that's here, we've been a lot of miles together too, and I thank all of you. And some of our longest friends are sitting right over here that knew us from the very beginning, and I'm going to play a song I wrote, and she's right here. It's called Barbara Jane. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
That was absolutely beautiful. I could watch your fingers all day long. Every day.
Can we get all the guest artists to stand up?
Woo! Hey guys, that would be awesome. And you know what? If all of you could maybe come up to this stage, that would be wonderful. Woo!
Now, you know, also at the end of the show, we also take the opportunity to do pictures with the band and fans and friends and anyone else that wants to be in the photo album for this show that's going to be archived on our Facebook page just like every week. And you can share around the world for memory's sake for those that can't be here with us.
Absolutely.
And this was just magical. I mean,
truly.
To make me tear up twice in a show is like never happened before. You guys.
Incredibly special for me
Thank
to
you
have
so
you all
much.
up on that stage
Yes.
all at once. And I just want to hear more.
I know this was a special night for you in particular, Laura, because I know all of these people have been longtime friends. I've been lucky enough to have met and acquired some friendships here, but I know in particular this is very special for you.
Very
And
much.
also, through all the music that we've had and all the people on the show, I've never seen Mark at the Moon, Mark White, become emotional over music. And he did not once but twice tonight. And we've done how many shows? Over 200. And this is the first time I've ever seen that. So well done. I was touched
Very
as well.
much. Mhm.
Thank you.
As I.
It was just fabulous, you guys.
Thank you all so much.
Be sure to buy Doug's CD if you don't already have it.
We would like to thank our fans both in the house and online for tuning in to KCOSdigitalmedia.com. This has been another wonderful session of The Beat Goes On right here at KCOSdigitalmedia.com. Stay tuned.